Okay, this tutorial is going to walk you through how to do question number 1 on Check Your Understanding 10.4, which is found on page 549 in your textbook. First, let's read through the question. The inpatient census for Community Hospital at midnight on August 1st was 268, and the daily inpatient census for August 1st was 270. On August the 2nd, 16 patients were admitted, 9 were discharged, and 2 were admitted and discharged on the same day. What were the following statistics for August 2nd? So then it asks you to find the inpatient census, the daily inpatient census, the inpatient service days, and the total inpatient service days for August 1st and 2nd. Now, it's easy to get overwhelmed just from reading that, but what you've got to do is break it down into smaller pieces. So let's start with A, the inpatient census. First, we have to figure out, okay, what is it even asking us for? Remember that the inpatient census is the number of inpatients that's present at any given time in the facility. And so if we're saying that our count time is midnight, which you can tell by reading this that it is, because it's told you that on August the 1st at midnight what the inpatient census was. So what number do we need out of this to start with? Remember that when you're calculating inpatient census, you start with the previous day's ending inpatient census. So we're going to start out with the number 268, the ending census from August the 1st. Then we need to add in our admissions. So it tells us that on August the 2nd, 16 patients were admitted. So you would add those and get 284. Then we've got to subtract our discharges. 9 were discharged. So that gives us 275. So your total inpatient census for August the 2nd would be 275. Okay, B is the daily inpatient census. Well, how is that any different? Remember that the daily inpatient census looks at the whole day, any patient that's been in the hospital during that whole census period. So we've got to start out with, again, the census at midnight from the previous day, 268. We've got to add in our admissions, subtract our discharges, just like we did when we were finding the inpatient census. But remember, we have to then account for that one additional factor. We've got to add in the patients who were admitted and discharged on August the 2nd. So how many did our problem say? 2 were admitted and discharged on the same day. So we've got to account for those 2, and that gives us 277. So hopefully you can look at those side by side and see how similar they are. Inpatient census looks at total bed count, how many are actually there on midnight. On this midnight there were 268. We added our discharges, or added our admissions, subtracted our discharges, and came up with this total. For the daily inpatient census, we did the same thing, but then we added in the patients who were admitted and discharged on August the 2nd because we're looking at the day as a whole. Okay, letter C asks for the inpatient service days. Remember that inpatient service days are a unit of measure and that they are equivalent to the daily inpatient census. We've already figured our daily inpatient census for the 2nd, so we know, since we know that those are equivalent, that the inpatient service days for August the 2nd are 277. Okay, letter D asks us for the total inpatient service days for August 1 and August 2nd. Remember that we can get total inpatient service days by simply adding the inpatient service days together. So for August 1st, we know that the daily inpatient census was 270. So we can come down here. Sorry, I'm having to scroll up and down, but daily inpatient census is, remember, it's equal to inpatient service days. So we've got the inpatient service days or the daily inpatient census from August the 1st, plus the inpatient service days or the daily inpatient census from August the 2nd, and we add those together for our total of 547. Okay, I really hope that that has helped you to kind of see these hands-on. Keep working through the next problems on the Check Your Understanding so that you can get some practice, and just don't get discouraged. If you've got questions, please call me or post those on the discussion boards. I know it's confusing, so let's work together and let me know if there's something that you need explained further or that you need help with.